From the scariest volcanoes to amazing cloud formations, from unexplained natural wonders to the creepiest caves, nature has a lot to offer. Hi, and welcome to Top 10 Kings. Today, we'll be looking at 10 strangest natural phenomena found throughout the world. So, without further ado, let the countdown begin. Number 10, Christmas Island's red crabs. Are you a fan of crabs? Or do you freak out when you come in contact with crabs? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then visiting this location during your vacation could be your dream holiday or your worst nightmare. This island is completely filled with crabs. But you may wonder, how do these crabs even get so populous? Well, an estimated amount of 43 million land crabs migrate to lay their eggs in the ocean. But here comes the really fun part, these Icelanders love them. They even close most of their roads to allow the red crabs' migration. At 43 million, these crabs no doubt have a larger population than the whole of this island. If they wanted, they could even start an invasion and might be known as the crab invaders. But they have another thing in mind: countless papa and mama crabs are going to lay their baby in the ocean, along with millions of future cousins, nieces, nephews, and siblings. A very great time for crab family bonding. Number 9, flammable methane or ice bubbles. If you've seen this before, it sure looks like frozen lilies under a frozen lake. This mesmerizing beauty in the Abraham Lake, Canada, is caused by the decomposition of organic matters by high bacteria content which have accumulated at the bottom of the lake. When this decomposition process is over, a high amount of methane gas is produced and freezes the bubbles, thus giving us this scenic view. Number 8, undercrop circles. Ever seen animals trying to attract the opposite sex? If you are the type that watches animal documentaries, you would notice that while some animals are gentle in attracting the opposite sex, others are so hyped up and crazed, they could even die trying. But the case of the male pufferfish is so different. You decide if his method is crazy or not. Mr. Pufferfish is on another league of his. You see these amazing designs on the seabed floor? It wasn't a Da Vinci that drew them. It is no other than Mr. Pufferfish. He makes these intricate crop circles on the seabed to woo females. This tells us that humans aren't the only ones who prepare great surprises to woo those they love. Number 7, the giant blue hole. This immense circular dark-colored section of water is a large submarine sinkhole found off the coast of Belize. If you're wondering how large this thing really is, well, the depth is 124 meters deep and about 300 meters across. It was formed during several episodes of quaternary glaciation when sea levels were much lower. Analysis of stalactites found in the Great Blue Hole shows that formation took place 153,000, 66,000, 60,000, and 15,000 years ago. As the ocean began to rise again, the cave was flooded. I wish you a good time swimming across. But remember to take some scuba gear along with you if you want to dive in this body of water. You should also see several species of fish. So, happy diving! Number 6, the Catatumbo lightning. Catatumbo lightning is an atmospheric phenomenon located in Venezuela. It originates from a mass of storm clouds at a height of more than 1 kilometer, and occurs during 140 to 160 nights a year, 10 hours per day and up to 280 times per hour. It occurs over and around Lake Maracaibo, typically over the bog area formed where the Catatumbo River flows into the lake. This means that you have a good chance to see this in person if you decide to visit. Catatumbo lightning changes its frequency throughout the year, and it is different from year to year. But don't go toiling around thinking you could be the next speedster if you're hit with one of these things. Number 5, the Sardine Run. You may have seen this in a documentary, but maybe you asked yourself what is really happening here. Well, this is the migration of over 1 billion sardines moving north along the east coast of South Africa. Sardines group together when they are threatened. This instinctual behavior is a defense mechanism, as lone individuals are more likely to be eaten than large groups. It is believed that the water temperature has to drop below 21 degrees Celsius in order for the migration to take place. But this strange ceremonial migration doesn't occur every year. In 2003, the sardines failed to run for the third time in 23 years. While 2005 saw a good run, 2006 marked another non-run. The shoals are often more than 7 kilometers long, 1.5 kilometers wide, and 30 meters deep and are clearly visible from spotter planes or from the surface. Number 4. Morning Glory Clouds. The morning glory cloud is a rare meteorological phenomenon consisting of a low-level atmospheric solitary wave and associated cloud, occasionally observed in different locations around the world. The wave often occurs as an amplitude-ordered series of waves forming bands of roll clouds. The southern part of the Gulf of Carpentaria in northern Australia is the only known location where it can be predicted and observed on a more or less regular basis due to the configuration of land and sea in the area. Morning glory clouds can be observed from Burketown from late September to early November. The town attracts glider pilots intent on riding this phenomenon. The morning glory is often accompanied by sudden wind squalls, intense low-level wind shear, a rapid increase in the vertical displacement of air parcels, and a sharp pressure jump at the surface. So, if you love to paraglide or skydive, why not take it a step further? Take on this wavy clouds and know that you managed to accomplish a sky-high feat, literally. But be careful, these clouds don't have a mutual agreement with you when gliding them. Things could go horribly wrong. Number 3. Lenticular clouds. Have you ever wished you could see a UFO in reality? Well, you may be very close to seeing one when you've seen these guys. Introducing the lenticular clouds. Because these clouds have a unique appearance, they have been suggested as an explanation for some UFO sightings. Lenticular clouds have been said to be mistaken for UFOs, as many of these clouds have the shape of a flying saucer, with a characteristic lens or smooth, saucer-like shape. Because lenticular clouds generally do not form over low-lying or flat terrain, many people may have never seen one before and don't know that they can exist. Bright colors, which are called iridescence, are sometimes seen along the edge of lenticular clouds. So watch out for this one if you live in an environment suitable for these clouds. Number 2. Dirty thunderstorms/volcanic lightning. Lightning and volcanoes are two really powerful forces of nature. But what do you do when the two are combined? When life gives you lightning and a volcano, you make a volcanic lightning. And if you are scared of lightning and volcanoes like most people on Earth, you probably wouldn't want this to be on your places to visit list, not at all. Volcanic lightning is an electrical discharge caused by a volcanic eruption, rather than from an ordinary thunderstorm. Volcanic lightning arises from colliding, fragmenting particles of volcanic ash, and sometimes ice, which generate static electricity within the volcanic plume, leading to the name dirty thunderstorm. This is what an observer had to say. There was a most intense darkness rendered more appalling by the fitful gleam of torches at intervals obscured by the transient blaze of lightning. This is really not for the faint-hearted. Not at all. And now, our number 1 strangest natural phenomenon. But before I tell you about this one, I have a question. Have you ever made a mistake that seems to be an everlasting one? Back to the countdown. At number 1, we have the gate to hell, also called the door to hell. You have to witness this crazy phenomenon to believe its existence. A fire lit by petroleum engineers in 1971 still burns and makes the gas reserve appear like the gateway to the hell. According to Turkmen geologist Anatoly Bushmakin, the site was identified by Soviet engineers in 1971. It was originally thought to be a substantial oil field site. The engineers set up a drilling rig and operations to assess the quantity of oil available at the site. Soon after the preliminary survey found a natural gas pocket, the ground beneath the drilling rig and camp collapsed into a wide crater and was buried. Expecting dangerous releases of poisonous gases from the cavern into nearby towns, the engineers considered it advisable to burn the gas off. It was estimated that the gas would burn out within a few weeks, but it has instead continued to burn for 48 years and is expected to keep on burning. That's definitely an everlasting mistake. These are our top 10 strangest natural phenomenon. If you learned something new, or know of other strange natural wonders, tell me in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos, and also share with friends. Let's grow this channel together. Till next time, stay safe, and goodbye.